So,
Okay.
and that does explain why sometimes when a user is actually working and then the weather condition is not normal, then the service will just come down.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so what we've been trying to do, and why I interject so frequently, is that we want to use the simplest of language so that our viewers can understand. Because Fidel, Dr. Adamo is still being technical, so to speak.
And it is very difficult
We
not to
can't
be
force-
technical
Yeah,
because
it is difficult.
That's the language.
That's the language they
Yes,
are used to it.
yes.
So we need to interpret what he is saying and try to follow. And I think we are doing a good job of it.
Yeah.
Now we know why there is congestion.
Yes.
You know, we know some of the reasons why there is congestion. One is weather. Okay, which can make a spectrum efficiency to
degrade.
to degrade.
To drop,
Okay.
yes.
What other factors, if there's any?
Well, obviously, if you have oversubscription,
Okay.
because usually, I mean, the service provider will say, okay, I'm in this particular size of pipe, I'm going to connect this number of subscribers. So if you have, I mean, if you actually, I mean, exceed that number, it will also result into congestion. Because then-
Let me just go this way because I am interested in the relationship between broadcasting and then telecoms, because now you're talking about telecoms now, you know, the user. If you look at the radio, we used to have shortwave band, so much noise, then medium wave band, then later FM.
Yeah.
How will you put all that, you know, in the context of this spectrum efficiency?
Well, I mean,
And let's add to that. Do broadcasting and telecoms, can they use the same
Frequency.
Frequency, yes.
well, it depends on the equipment because frequency is just there. It can be used for anything.
Okay,
I mean,
fantastic.
at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I mean, you can use more or less any frequency for anything.
Okay.
I mean, having said that, of course, there is going to be some kind of restrictions.
Yeah, partitions,
Usually, yeah, no, apart from that, even, I mean, for example, let's take 3G, which is actually 2100 megahertz, or if you like 2.1 gigahertz. Now, if you take that frequency, because it's defined by the international body that 2.1 gigahertz is actually a spectrum reserved for 3G. So what happened is that all the equipment manufacturers, they will manufacture equipment that is compatible on that frequency.
Okay.
Now, if you want to use it for anything else other than that, then you have to go and meet the manufacturer and say, now manufacture equipment for me to match this spectrum. Now, that is going to be very costly for
You know,
you.
doctor, these policies were not made 10 years ago to say,
No, no,
okay,
no, no,
reserve 2.1 for 3G because 3G is just a recent.
It's evolving.
Yeah,
It just
evolution.
came in.
Is it
Yeah.
that okay? After a
Okay.
while now, some people are talking about 5G.
Fidel, we have 1 more minute to go, so we need to use it judiciously.
Okay.
Because when we go into all of these technicalities, you know, an overview now, okay, so that we can at least understand what we have discussed so far. Gigahertz, it's 1 billion. Megahertz is 1
million.
million. So you know that giga is higher,
Higher.
than megahertz. Okay, and well, we have also said number of cycle per seconds. That's what a hertz mean. Okay, number of cycle per second. You know, you can write that down and know that you know that. And then efficiency is also in terms of how many bits I can put into
One hertz.
into 1 hertz. You know, weather, congestion. That's why we're having with telcos, MTN, so much subscription. You know, the pipe cannot take the traffic,
Yes.
and then that's why all of these calls drop. At least we have known all of that today. We will have to do it again because I don't think we are. I think this is just part 1.
Yes.
We've been able to do half of
the foundation.
the foundation, and we need to take it, you know, and break it down totally now.
Yes.
And so whenever you have the time, you know, out of that your busy schedule, you'll be able to come here and okay. For 20 seconds now, are we expecting anything from Capcom this year, or you don't want to let out anything yet?
Well, definitely we're expecting something this year.
Okay.
And the LTE network, I mean, is actually going to be rolled out within this year.
Fantastic.
And, people are going to have excellent experience.
Any
I would say.
timeline? Any maybe third quarter?
let's say within the middle of the year.
Fantastic.
Is Starcom still part of this Capcom deal?
Yes, it is.
It is part of it.
It is.
Okay, we have to go now. Fantastic good news coming from Capcom. We wait with bated breath. We want to experience the long-term evolution experience with the Capcom team. Dr. Adamu, we thank you so much for giving us these few minutes to break things down for us. Thank you so much for coming.
My pleasure.
All right, I'm Kunle Aborushade. Have a fantastic Thursday, and well, Fidel.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the situation we are in. If you have fuel, please give me. Bye-bye.